Yesterday we did something a little different. We visited a vigil like we normally do and covered it for a story, and this was particularly for the Parkland victims, those school shooting victims. And during that time, we asked people what they wanted their lawmakers to know in light of this tragedy. And they put their words on paper for us. They wrote us several letters that are going to lawmakers. So what we are doing now is we're putting those letters into packets. And we're going to send them out to all of the legislators on the First Coast, both state and federal. And that's what we've been working on today, is getting these letters to everyone. We got letters from about a quarter of the people who were at the vigil, about 25 different opinions from a wide range of people. We had letters from children, from teenagers, from parents. One is signed a concerned teacher, and her note writes, "These children and families deserve better. This is your job." This is what she had to say to the lawmakers who she knows are going to be dealing with legislation on the floor dealing directly with the issue of gun control. And some people said it's not just about gun control. One person said communities and schools need more help and resources to be able to reach, help each child. This was a cry for help. So she, of course, focusing more on the mental health status of that suspect shooter who had issues. Clearly now we're learning that more, and the more we cover the story, we hear from people who say, we knew he was trouble, we knew he had problems, but where were the resources to help someone like that? So that's what you're hearing from people in the community. One here says, what are you going to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? And that's a question that we keep hearing time and time again. So again, we're putting all of these packets together. We've been working on it today, just being a voice for the people here in Jacksonville. That's what we do as journalists. We take the voice of someone whose voice may be small in the community, but we amplify it so that it's heard, and it's up there with the corporations, it's up there with the politicians, it's up there with the people who can actually affect change. And that's what we hope this project will bring about. We hope that we'll get these letters to our lawmakers and we'll ask them to respond. And oftentimes as journalists, we're able to get responses. We're able to hear from lawmakers rather quickly because of the power of the press. So we want to use that press to take your words and get them to the right people. So Tyler, I'll just talk to you. What's been the most difficult thing about covering this story?
So I think some of the most difficult aspects of it is just seeing that these shootings just continue to happen. It seems like time and time again, and it makes you wonder, like what are we not doing as a society to solve this issue? I mean,
especially since they happen here more than most countries. That's what study after study shows. So what is it about our country that needs fixing?
Yeah, I think that it really sparks a great debate about gun control, mental health, and like where do we find that balance?
I heard one person ask whether I thought this would work, and I asked several people who were in attendance at this vigil. I asked them, do you think this will work? I asked former Mayor Alvin Brown if he thought letters to lawmakers actually work. I said, you know this process better than we would know. And he said, yes, I know it works. He said that it's about continuing to push the members of Congress, and it's about supporting, in this case, the survivors. This is something different in the wake of a tragedy that we're seeing. We're seeing not just those who constantly are in the political scene, not just those who bring up this debate every time there's a tragedy, but this debate grew out of the survivors of the tragedy, and I think that's what's so different about the response this time. At the vigil Monday night, a lot of people thanked us for being there because it was almost as if they wanted a way to remember those lives, and not just with the moment of silence, but actually having a moment of voicing what needs to change. And it was very somber, very appropriate. There's a time where 17 students actually recited the names of each victim, and people held their candles and had a moment of silence. So each and every one of those letters and messages that were written by people yesterday, we are going to get those in the hands of legislators within the next week. They'll be receiving it, and we've asked them to give us a response. We'll, of course, share any response that we receive with you. Reporting on your side, Julia Jenae, First Coast News.